Well, good afternoon from historic downtown / old town Orange, California. A place I've lived a few times, a place that was always a happy place for me growing up and as an adult. One little piece of Orange County that still has that small town charm, which is why they filmed movies like Big Mama's House, Small Soldiers, and most especially That Thing You Do down here in Orange, in the heart of Old Town Orange. Ooh, classic car alert right there. The heart of Old Town Orange is and always has been the plaza down here with the giant traffic circle in it, and in the center, Plaza Park. Old-timey Orange residents always referred to this as the plaza, downtown, the plaza, Plaza Park. But because of the traffic circle, most locals nowadays refer to this as the Orange Circle. There's still those people in Orange that'll tell you it's not the circle, it's the plaza. Because of that, one of the stores down here has even started selling a t-shirt that says plaza plus circle equals plurkle. For myself, I'm not a big fan of the word plurkle, but I get it. I get it. Not because this is a special place to me. When my friend Adam the Woo first came to California, this is one of the first places I took him. Like, oh, you'll love this, you'll love that movie, That Thing You Do. Let's go down to the Orange Circle antique stores. When he was planning on moving to California, he asked me, where are you gonna land? Where are you gonna end up living after your divorce? All stuff. He said, I think Orange. So he grabbed my former roommate, Tyler Evans, and the two of them moved down here to an apartment very close to the Orange Circle. And the rest, as they say, is history. Adam filmed many videos down here, spent a lot of time wandering around here, made a lot of friends down here, to the point where, for us Orange County locals, he'll probably be forever associated, not just with the area or with the town, but with the Orange Circle itself. And although he sat on every single one of these benches out here in the Plaza Park and filmed, there's one bench in particular that's become really known for my friend Adam. The one right in front of where they put the nativity set every Christmas, and the one that is almost always in the sun and never in the shade, which is why it's almost never occupied, which is the reason Adam sat over here. It was the easiest one to always be able to grab a seat on. Someone scratched ATW into the bench. People have been leaving all kinds of little tributes out here on this bench ever since Adam passed away. It's now really become known as Adam's bench. We'll see if we can get a plaque on it or something like that. But in the meantime, people keep leaving their vandalistic tributes out here, and I've come to leave one as well. We just finished having Adam's sort of official celebration of life at the Garden Amp this past Sunday. Right after it was over, I made a video asking the question, well, what now? You know, we've all got to start moving on, figuring out what life is like without him and starting to heal, which is why today I'm actually setting out to achieve something that's been on my bucket list since I was a very small child. I just happened to be coming through the Orange Circle because I do indeed have one last loose end here for Adam the Woo. I wanted to do a favor, not just for Adam the Woo's fans, but also for my friends in BC Delorean who made these to bring to the celebration of life, these free Circle of Goodness pins, these huge pins like Disneyland size. I'm leaving a couple out here on the bench so that if anyone stops by, and there have been many people stopping by every single day, they can grab one of those free pins. But mainly I'm here because BC Delorean made 3,000 of things. They probably handed out a third at the event. And then they left me with a massive, giant, heavy box of thousands more, which I have just carried from my van down the street here in to the antique station, one of the antique stores down here. I was just gonna put them into like a basket in my booth at the antique station just so people could grab them for free. But not only do I have an antique store booth down here in this store, which is run by my mom, shout out to Mom, but Adam and I have a mutual friend who works in the antique station, our buddy Heyman with J-Man, who pointed out to me that, man, you put those in just a big basket, someone might take the whole lot and start selling them on eBay, something that's actually already happened with the free stuff being given out at the celebration of life. So he's agreed to help me rope in some of the store employees, and the store is gonna hang on to the massive box behind the scenes and then give them out to anybody who comes in and asks for one. That way they should last a lot longer, and it should guarantee that more of Adam's fans who want to make the trek down here over the coming months should be able to get a chance to get one of these free Circle of Goodness pins. So you've got to come down all the way south on Glassell, not to the Antique Depot, that's the sister store, I know it's a little confusing, but to the Antique Station, the one with the big glass windows here. Used to be a grocery store. Satellite Market, as a matter of fact. And before that, I think in Alpha Beta. Just look for this sign right here. It's right next to the Haven Gastro Pub. This used to actually be the grocery store parking lot before they built this other building here. So this was the front of the grocery store. And in fact, sometimes when the sun hits at just the right angle, you can see the ghost lettering from the old Alpha Beta on the building. Can't really see it on camera at this moment. This place is full of nifty gifties, full of treasures. And now this is where you can come get a free Adam the Woo pin while supplies last, courtesy of our friends at BC Delorean. Let me show you how it works. Why, hello, my good sirs. I heard about free Adam the Woo pins. May I have one?
Yeah.
Look at this.
Look at that.
It's that simple. Just come see Heyman with J-Man, or come see Chris, or come see whoever's in here. Just ask for a Circle of Goodness pin. You'll be part of the Circle of Goodness. Thanks, fellas.
Yeah, of course.
All right, I gotta cruise down over here to my booth. Booth number 96. Oh. So the way you can spot it most easily is we're right next to the giant tuna can here. They put this up in memory of Tuna Tyler, who I am now calling Wet Tyler. Don't ask why. I feel like it's self-explanatory. I was waiting for the customer to leave here, let her enjoy her browse. We have got plenty of space for more stuff, which means I'm going to be bringing down a whole bunch of my personal stuff. I have begun the purge of personal items in my life, including this Sherlock Holmes scrapbook. That just came straight out of my bedroom. We got some Jungle Book artwork right here. This is original studio reference artwork for drawing Mowgli. All this stuff came out of my house, my personal Turbo Man, my showboat game right there, my riverboat game, sorry. We got a Zorro game over there. There's all kinds of cool stuff, and my mom is always finding weird treasures. Look at this. We can do baskets. We've also just restocked the hats. Got a couple of bottles of hot sauce in here, so yeah, we've got some stuff in here. Come down and get a free Adam the Woo pin. Check this out, too, if you have time. We replenished the sticker machine. That's a Carl Pilkington joke, not a mispronunciation. I always appreciated that Adam would come down here and film at my booth and show it off. Support. He was a good friend. He spent a lot of time in here, and he was buddies with Jay, and obviously buddies with me. I just feel like, oh, I don't remember seeing this booth before. Where did they get those wonderful toys? Just felt like the right place to be handing these out. Oh, and don't forget that Bob Gurr's manager has got a booth down here, which means you can get all kinds of signed Bob Gurr items down here. Also, this couch and this chair. Everybody talks about mid-century furniture, and they only pull out the modern stuff. Now, that's some mid-century furniture. That's some real grandma's house furniture right there. All right, well, I've done my duty down here at the antique station. I have left you all free Circle of Goodness pins, again, courtesy of BC Delorean, good friends of Adam's. And now I move on to do something I have wanted to do my entire life. By the way, I can never leave this place without something. Something's wrong with me. Now, one of my all-time favorite things since 1989 has been the original Tim Burton, Michael Keaton Batman film. In fact, you may have seen my numerous videos showing off my Keaton Batman collection, both Toy Biz and the Kenner action figures from back in the day. It was my all-time favorite thing. And although I've seen the Keaton Batmobile on display in the Smithsonian and the Peterson Museum, screen used ones I'm talking about, and I've seen several replicas at comic conventions and stuff like that, I have never sat inside of a 1989 Batmobile. But today, that is supposed to change if I can figure out where I'm supposed to go. So where I'm heading is an auto museum that's actually only 15 minutes away from the antique station. Can you believe that? 15 minutes away from a place I've lived for many years has got an automotive museum with a Batmobile in it, and I've never been there. Well, that's a wrong I'm hoping to rectify right now. Okay. Looks like I'm on the right track. That's what I'm looking for, the Marconi Auto Museum. I believe it started out as a private racing collection, the private collection of a fella named Dick Marconi. And him and his son John moved it into this old salad oil facility or something like that and created a little auto museum in Orange County that I've never been down to until today. All right, I found the Marconi Museum. I'm still waiting for my friend that invited me to roll up, but I noticed something. I noticed that the street behind Marconi, it's called Santa Fe Avenue, and there's no railroad tracks here. That always gets my, well, the exploratory part of my brain excited because, and sure enough, look at this, right here's the side of the Marconi, and I can see crossing signals. Dude, and sure enough, here right in the middle of this random street in this industrial park are some railroad tracks. This guy's parked right on top of them, so I hope they are indeed abandoned. They definitely don't look like they've been train worthy for quite a while. And then look at that. We've got some ghost track. That's exactly what I was hoping to find. Look at this. Who knows if this was an old, probably agricultural spur line, because there were so many farms and ranches down here. But the old Tustin Air Base was not far away, so this could have been for the military bases. Awesome. Now all I can think of is Stand By Me, although I don't think they had parking garages in the background in that movie. Oh yeah, definitely abandoned for a while. Back here, you can see there's just a big missing chunk of track right there. See, look at this. History is everywhere, you know? You just gotta scratch the surface, look for the signs. Looks like this fella who parked over here knew exactly what he was doing. The tracks beyond are all overgrown and then they just completely peter out. Old ghost tracks down here in Tustin, California. Just looking at the side of the Marconi, clearly an older industrial building. Well, older than some of the surrounding ones. This is not the main entrance. I'm gonna go around the front and meet up with my buddy Jay Ryan. Yes, that's right, the same guy who owns Dave Letterman's old desk and who co-hosts a podcast called A Blockbuster Year with my friend Brandon from BC Delorean, as well as his own podcast on which I've been a guest called Late Night Playset with Dave Letterman's desk. Pretty cool. Anyway, here we go. Let's go find our old buddy Jay. Well, I found the right place. And look at this. Insane. Okay. This is it. It's my buddy Jay Ryan, and we're gonna look at this Batmobile in a second. I'm very stoked, but I'm gonna try and control myself because you're actually here for this. You're here for freaking KITT. Tell me about KITT. Okay, some people out there might be way too young to know what Knight Rider even is. I don't know if they show that on TV Land anymore.
It's true.
But this is the hero car.
This is the first Knight Rider ever was. This was the hero for the first couple seasons. It was used in all 4 seasons. Later on, it was converted to the right-hand drive blind car. So like whenever KITT was driving around and there was nobody in the driver's seat, there was a guy sitting in here behind the seat. And there was a whole duplicate. You can see some of the apparatus in there. There was a whole duplicate, like a driver's ed setup on the right-hand side that he would drive from.
So there's another steering, like a hidden steering wheel.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So then it would seem like KITT was driving on his own.
So how do you even explain Knight Rider to kids? I don't know.
We were thinking about this earlier. A car with AI? Like, is that how you describe it?
It's a robot
the first
car.
AI car?
It's a fella driving around a robot car. That's all you really need to know. And in the 80s, that was like the coolest, most futuristic, most impossible thing ever.
But he was also this guy who was like just traveling from town to town helping people. Like,
Yeah,
they had
like a drifter.
Like the A-team almost, but one guy.
Yeah, one guy and a car.
Yep.
A sick car with a personality named KITT. I don't remember what KITT stands for. KITT.
Knight Industries 2000.
Knight Industries 2000. And look at that. So this is the original hero car. Does the museum own this, or is this a private guy that's got it on display?
My friend and partner owns this one and the Batmobile, and they're on display here at the Marconi, available to be seen by everyone.
And what are you doing with KITT?
We are here today with my friend Joe from the Knight Rider Historians down there, going over details with Vince from the museum. He has 2 of the 5 surviving KITTs. This is the first one. He has 2 others. There are 2 still somewhere else. And he also has the original tractor and trailer from the semi that he's restoring as well.
Oh my gosh.
So he's like the guy in the world who knows more about this than anybody else. And well, I don't know if I can tell you this, but Joe and I are working some projects with this particular car that will be announced soon.
Okay, so you're working on
is-
secret projects with KITT.
And today is a little bit of groundwork.
And if nobody owns it, you guys should just copyright Knight Industries, and then you'll be ready to go.
Merch. We'll make merch. You look
Okay.
at production marks that were made from the production, and he's like, this is how you can.
So you're doing movie archaeology. Joe's doing all the movie archaeology. KnightRiderHistorian.com or Historians.com? Historians.com. Knight Rider Historians. Joe's the guy. Okay, look at this. There's little signs that say, please do not sit, lean on, or touch the car.
This is a Universal.
Wait, what?
This is from Universal. This is showing the production number, production serial for the car. It's not the VIN.
Gosh. But that sign, we don't have to obey that sign, do we?
No, not that one. Not the please do not lean or touch. You can lean and touch if you're with us. You heard Monique. She said we're like family. Every Universal vehicle has a dymo label like this, whether it's a production truck, whether it's a picture car, everything. So every single car or vehicle ever used by Universal
This is some of the secrets,
categorized.
dude.
Yes, and this, the 1198, is the first Knight Rider.
So this was the first hero car for seasons 1 and 2, and then season 3 they built a new one so it became the.
So they used it to be the stunt driving car over here, where anytime.
It's so amazing, dude. It's so incredible. Now they smuggle people over borders like that. I've seen a lot of TV shows late at night. Okay, see, Knight Rider is something that I'm like just old enough to have seen on TV as it was ending or being shown in reruns. So I'm not the most familiar with it. I gotta expand my DVD collection.
There's a lot of replica stuff in here from when it was a tour car after production.
Right, because it went on display and did road tours.
Exactly, at like auto shows in your town kind of thing. But there's a lot of original stuff underneath and behind this that we will reveal in due time as we make this a little more accurate.
And now the
Without
big thing
erasing
is
the history. We don't want to
right.
We want to preserve it.
Preserve the car. And now the big thing is you're gonna let me sit in KITT.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. This is it. I'm getting in
Yep.
the Trans Am. I got long legs
Yep.
here. It's hard to fit. Oh, I've been sealed in. Oh, dude, look at this.
It might be one of.
So trying to figure out how to turn the dashboard on. So Joe, you're like the expert on this car.
That's what people tell me.
What's the YouTube channel?
Knight Rider Historians.
Knight Rider Historians.
All things Knight Rider. That's
Okay,
what we do.
so if you want Knight Rider information, you got to go to Joe, because I barely remember. I remember sitting in my grandma's living room watching it with her. She was a big fan of the Star, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Him and Chuck Norris. She
Yes.
loved Walker Texas Ranger too.
Well, you
Oh
might be
my
able to find
gosh.
some Hoff chest hair on that seat. if you
Oh,
want.
little Hoff hair in here, dude. Look at this. Is amazing. So none of this is original, right? Or it's very little of
Well,
it.
we think some of this might actually be original, but it's
Okay.
been altered. The voice box, the dash pieces.
Man.
So we're gonna do some.
But the buttons are all like dummy
Yeah,
buttons
these
now.
are fake. These were added
So
later.
these are new. But this is
Yeah.
this the original steering wheel?
That is one of the original steering
It's
wheels,
amazing
yeah.
how good it looks, because this doesn't look like.
It's clearly been repainted.
Oh,
It
it's
looks
been repainted.
awesome.
I think
Okay.
The whole car has been repainted.
Oh yeah.
So this car has seen a lot of touch up over the years.
Yeah, dude, they used to jump these things. Even the hero ones, they would jump small amounts.
Yeah.
That's insane.
This is the car that was used the most in the series. It was used in like 95% of the episodes.
Oh my gosh! But if you had a camera inside the car, it's probably one that was like cut in half or something, right? Not.
Yeah, they didn't use this for interiors.
Right.
This particular.
This
car.
is like if Hoff's sitting in there staring out the window, and you
Yeah.
need to see some of the
Pulling
interior.
out
Exactly.
in front of the trouble, getting out swiftly to help.
But if
Right.
there was one in the world that was the one, this is it.
This is it.
From season 1 and 2.
Yeah,
and
which is
3
where
and
it all
4. It was
began.
used. It was all 4 years.
That's so amazing.
Yeah.
This is freaking awesome. Kid, wake up! I need direction. Somebody put a backup camera in here. Was that the Hoff?
That's gonna go away.
That's going away
the
very
worst.
swiftly. Yes.
Well, we can watch
Did we decide
Netflix.
we would do it too soon? Well, we'll get to
Oh yeah, okay. Don't reveal secrets,
We're not gonna
guys. Don't
reveal
reveal the
anything yet.
I
secrets.
don't even know what's happening.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
Look at this. From our friends at Knight Rider Historian. This is the plate that's been on this car forever.
So that's the real one. So
No,
that's
it's not.
a.
It's inaccurate. This is a perfectly screen accurate plate
Okay.
brought to us by our friends at the Knight Rider Historians. This
Oh,
was
so
made by
this
our
is the
friend
old
Joe.
one when it was on display that was
Correct.
less accurate.
Correct.
I see.
But
What's
we didn't
this?
we didn't want to throw it at fuel cell.
What's all this? Oh,
Fuel
okay.
cell for the, and lots of reasons why.
Oh yeah, that was put in there specifically for the fire marshal at Universal Studios because this is one of the cars that they would actually put on a sound stage to film
To drive up into
to
the
drive
car.
up into the semi. It would
Into the
actually-
back of the
Oh,
truck.
no way.
So, per the fire marshal, they had to put a fuel cell in.
That's amazing. Dude, freaking David Hasselhoff was best friends with this thing. This is his best friend right here. And then look, there's the light right in the front. Freaking KITT. The original KITT from Knight Rider. Now I feel bad, right? Like I need to go back, get Knight Rider on DVD, and relive some of my childhood. I always thought KITT was so freaking awesome, and we were saying it's going to be hard to explain to kids these days because they're like, yeah, big deal. My dad's Tesla talks to me all the time. Okay, watch this. You'll see what I just experienced here.
6'2".
Yeah.
Hasselhoff is 6'4".
Yeah.
Oh, so he's taller than us.
Taller than us.
And look how hard it is to just get your legs under that.
Yeah.
But if you think that's hard, I think the next car we're about to look at's even harder.
Dude,
There's one
so
thing,
much harder.
There's one thing missing though.
Oh.
Seat extensions, which that car had for Hasselhoff, which it does not currently.
Oh, so you
go
can get the
back
seat.
to
seat back
2
about
inches
3 more
further.
inches.
Oh,
Three
I
more inches.
see. This is so freaking cool.
Break the steering wheel. Johnny.
Not only was he in Knight Rider, but wasn't he in the SpongeBob movie?
Who? Really?
Yeah, David Hasselhoff.
Oh, I thought you were going to say...
No, not KITT, not KITT, yeah. And my buddy Jay over there, in addition to being a heck of a podcaster, has also worked in Hollywood for a very long time. He was production assistant on Conan's original late night show and all kinds of other TV shows and movies and things, but also got into restoring movie cars. So he's dealt with things like the Ecto-1 and the original DeLorean A car. So he's definitely a movie car expert, and that's what I'm here to see. A movie car. KITT from Knight Rider, that is freaking awesome. But we have another screen used car right here that is much closer to my heart. And look at who's standing right next to it. Na, 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 na. I don't think that's Michael Keaton, bro.
This is Dwayne Wayne.
This is Dwayne Wayne.
This is
played by
his brother.
Played by Billy Bob Keaton. Look at the size of that neck right there, dude. Batman is buff. Do me a favor. Yeah. I want you to tell your friend about me. Already done. Dude, this is so awesome. This is not just any old Keaton Batmobile replica. Like I've said, I've seen many at conventions. There's a lot of private collectors who have replicas in this world. Some screen accurate, some not so screen accurate, but this one right here isn't just screen accurate. This is screen used, and not just a stunt car or a promotional car or a Six Flags display car. That right there is the hero car, the A car, the #1 for Batman Returns. There were some slight changes between Batman 1989 and Batman Returns. They needed to build several more cars, not just for the movie, but like I kind of mentioned, for display, promotion, and obviously stunts. You're gonna need backups, you know, when you're messing with one of these. This is insane. And like I was just telling Jay, you know, I've been up close to many of these that have been on display at Comic-Cons and stuff like that, but usually the stanchions are way out here. I saw the hero car from 1989 when it was at the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C. I've also seen it at Warner Brothers and at the Peterson Museum at one point in the past. Always huge stanchions around it. You can't get this close to the car. And look at this thing. Most of the stunt ones and most of the replicas have much less detail to them. This has got all the real stuff, all the hardcore stuff, the screen used stuff. Look at that big old freaking air intake right there. Dude, my favorite toys in my childhood were the Toy Biz Batmobile, which did not have the canopy on top, but was a two-seater like the real thing. And then, of course, the Kenner Dark Knight collection version, which only had one seat in the thing, but it did have the top on it. I still have both of those in my little collector room in my office. And look at this. Jay's about to open this thing up.
Just looking for my keys.
Just looking for your keys?
Couldn't find them.
We're gonna get inside. I was gonna say, look at this. I've been looking at these little details on my plastic toys for, you know, 30-something years.
So these are the machine guns.
So amazing. Yeah. The little things pop up for the machine guns. I don't know if they do it on this car or only on a stunt car.
Probably on a close-up stunt car. I think this is all just molded in, I think.
It's so good looking. But see, I'm noticing like just all this detail here. This is the real thing, the real deal. Okay, what's the difference to your knowledge between the 89 car and this car? This one's narrower.
Yeah, the two, aesthetically, to my knowledge, there's only two differences. One, that the Part 2 cars are just slightly narrower because the Part 1s were so wide they wouldn't fit on transporters.
Okay, yeah.
So when they were moving these picture cars around, or, you know, trying to, I guess they had to move one of the originals or something. However, they figured it out, so they chopped like 2 inches off each side. So it's just a little bit narrower.
Okay.
Than the first one in at least this back here.
And then I heard that they re-engineered all the steering mechanics because the first one just could not take turns at all. They had to, like, you know, 800-point turns.
It wouldn't surprise me, except this is no better. You having driven it around like the neighborhood.
What?
It's not anything you want to do.
You've driven this car?
Yeah, you don't want to do it.
Does Michael Keaton know? Yeah, I don't want to do it. Dude, after driving the DeLorean time machine, I rethought my life when I drive.
No,
you know what I mean?
I drove one of those for 5 years. Piece of cake. This is a whole nother, you don't, they really were just sort of set pieces that you could move around versus actual vehicles.
It's amazing,
but it does
though.
have like a pneumatic lifter, so you can, in fact, I think it's in here. Yeah, this is how you would, there's no power right now, but how you would jack it up or bring it down for like loading it on a truck.
Oh my gosh.
Nowadays, sports cars have it, that auto lift.
So you
front
can
road
actually
seat.
lift it, get some more
Yes,
clearance.
yes.
Yeah, because look at that thing. You would never get up my driveway.
No.
You could never get into the McDonald's drive-thru in that
So
thing.
it raises it up like maybe to like here, like 3 inches, something like that.
Okay,
And
so
then it
just
looks a
enough
little-
to get on a ramp?
Yeah, and then it looks a little cartoony, but you can roll it around.
Dude, this...
And then ironically, it's more comfortable to drive in that mode too because it's, you know, got a little more compression.
Yeah, I bet, dude. I can't imagine how hard it is to see out of this thing.
No,
I
it's
guess we're going to
impossible.
find out in a
Yeah.
second.
Once you get inside, you'll see you can't see out of it.
How do they drive this thing around?
I don't think they
How's
did much
Batman
driving
supposed
of
to
it
fight
around,
crime
yes.
in this thing?
Dude, that is freaking awesome. So these are the screen used hubcaps. Like
Yeah.
I am touching the screen used.
Now, in my memory, those caps were silver, so I would say that maybe I've been
Someone
wondering-
touched them up.
Yeah, I would say maybe they repainted the wheels at some point, but they are the original wheels.
They're definitely silver on the Kenner one. They're silver, or they're
Yeah.
gold, or they're something
I've
like
wanted
that.
to come in with rub and buff and redo these, so I think I may do that.
Oh, you gonna rub and buff in here, dude?
Yeah.
I don't know why that
Don't
sounds
you?
Okay, Jay is giving me permission, and I have to trust him that we can open the fuel cap again. That's where that switch is for the hydraulics.
Yep. And
But
then
this also says Batman Returns movie number 1, movie car 1.
Yep.
So this is the hero car. So when he drives into the square in Gotham City to fight the clowns, this is it.
Yeah.
This is the thing that comes out. So now you were saying, so not just for the machine guns, but also there's a thing that shoots out of here at one point. All that kind of stuff would be separate stunt cars or models just for effects?
Usually, except this one spit fire out the back because that's a real
Oh,
Pratt &
really?
Whitney motor. Yeah.
Oh, let's go see the fire. Dude, the back of the Batmobile is iconic, but I have never seen it like this. Jay just removed the engine cover. Or I guess it's not the engine cover, it's the engine in the front?
Well, yes, but Batmobile-wise, I think this would
Yeah,
be considered the
Batmobile-wise,
engine.
this is
would
the
be considered
engine.
the turbine. And it was a real, I think Pratt & Whitney, I think they said.
So this is a real, like some kind of jet engine on here?
Yeah, if you look in there, you can see all the igniters.
Oh, it's so hard to see. Hang on. We need a flashlight. Oh my gosh, dude,
Right?
look at this.
Isn't that crazy?
So those are all the igniters
Yeah,
to
that creates
shoot
the turbine.
flames
Right.
out of this thing.
Right.
And then are these like actual practical exhaust
I think
pipes
so.
on here? That's
Yeah, 'cause They go straight
amazing.
through all the way down to the front.
Dude, look at this. Okay. Batman and Alfred really cobbled this thing out of
Fuel cell over there.
duct tape and spit and coat hangers. This is so cool looking. I can't even wrap my brain around what we're looking at.
And then the hoses for this run into the car so that the person who was driving the car is the one who
Who could ignite the
who
flames?
operated yes.
Oh my gosh. Do you know what they used for fuel for that?
I-
It's like pure alcohol? No, the pure alcohol would be invisible, so I don't know what it would be.
I'm guessing it's probably jet fuel, which is kerosene.
Oh my gosh.
Kerosene.
I would not want to be in the car while there was that much fire shooting out the back, but that is so freaking cool. Dude, there is not a bad angle on this car. One thing I've noticed just from helping to put that hood back on back there is you touch this thing, it leaves a smudge. Yeah. And this reflected all kinds of the filming lights and everything, so I know they covered it with like some kind of matte spray in the
Yes,
movie.
yeah.
That's why whenever
Well,
they make...
the other difference I was going to say is in the first movie it's a matte black, and in the second movie it's more shiny. Like
Oh,
this.
okay, so they actually let it be more shiny.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. It was still dulled down, but it
Well,
wasn't
because
a
the
matte
toy
paint.
collectors are always arguing about it. Like whenever anybody produces a shiny one, they're like, "Well, why isn't it? Why is it shiny?" And they're like, "Well, because the original car's shiny. They just had to spray it with stuff for the lights."
Yeah, but it's not true. The first one was like a satin.
Oh, see, we're learning
They
stuff
also
here.
did probably spray some dulling spray on it as well, which is basically just hairspray.
And Jay would know because you're always digging around in archives and working on. You worked
Well,
on the
I'm-
DeLorean A car. You've worked
Yep.
on Ecto.
Yep, couple
You've
Ecto.
worked on a couple different.
bunch of DeLoreans.
Yeah,
Couple like
movie cars, and Jay knows where all the bodies are buried in the movie car industry, or many of the bodies, we should probably say, for humility's sake. But Jay knows a thing or two when it comes to movie cars. And so when I was talking about how my favorite car of all time is the '89 Batmobile, he's like, "Yeah, I could get you in one of those. What are you talking about?" You're always so casual about it too. Like,
You just have to ask the right questions.
yeah, I just have to ask the right people.
Right.
And then look at this. So you're just opening that with your hand.
Yes.
No remote control. It's not actually automated in real life.
Yes, correct.
So maybe did they have wires or anything to animate this, or one of the stunt ones perhaps, or there's just a guy in there pushing it open?
I really would say there was probably a guy on the other side or inside open.
Just pushing it open. And then look
when
at
you get in
this.
there, you'll see how low tech it all is.
Well,
Everything is very low tech.
speaking of getting in there, you look at this car, you think, yeah, I want to get in that Batmobile. But if you actually stand next to one, you're going, how?
Yeah.
And the way is,
I may need to hold your camera.
yeah, because you've got to step up on that, step
Foot,
up on that.
Stand on the seat.
You have to stand on the seat and then
Make
somehow,
sure you put your left leg in first.
that is like not even the size of my hand. That's like a couple inches, a couple centimeters.
I've tried that. It's a mistake. Don't do it. Try to get it in here first, and it'll
Okay.
be much, much easier.
You got to straddle that thing.
And then
Okay.
do you want me to maybe take your camera on the other side, or are you going to try to do it yourself?
You might have to hold this for me, buddy, because I'm a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, you should be.
Okay, I've never stepped on. Don't tell me what this is worth until after I'm out of it.
Okay.
Step,
So step.
step,
Yep.
Step.
Yep.
Down on the seat. This
Yep.
is okay.
Both feet on the seat.
Both feet on the seat.
Now you're going to want to slip your left foot. There you go. That's
Put
the
your
trick to it.
left foot
That's the
in.
trick to it.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Oh, you got to get that left foot all the way in first.
Okay,
Yep.
okay.
There you go. You got it. You did
I can
it.
feel the clutch. You notice I'm wearing an appropriate Roosevelt shirt today. I'm wearing the '89 Batmobile Roosevelt.
Very
I'm
nice.
getting yeah, I don't fit in this thing.
No.
Look at my head.
I told you.
I can see over the
I
cowl.
know. You got to scooch down real
Oh, dude,
tight.
I can't even get myself in.
There you go. So your foot's not your foot's not on anything. You want to move your left foot to the right a little bit and
Okay.
further. There you go.
Oh, my-
There you go.
This is not easy. This is awesome, though. Like, this is my eye line. I've now scooted down a little bit to where this is my eye line, but this is long and low. Dude, look at this. So these are all screen used gauges.
Yep.
This is all original stuff. Okay, these are real buttons. We could push those buttons at least.
There's a third level.
Look at all of this. Oh, someone broke off a lever?
Yeah, or it fell off or something.
Okay, so you'll have to do a little restoration on the Batmobile as well. Look at all this. This is incredible, dude. My Batmobile, when I was a kid, just had stickers. Dude, we're sitting in a Batmobile right now. We're sitting in a screen-used Keaton Batmobile, and this is what I love, the two-seater.
You
the
want to
two-seater
scooch down?
Okay, I'm gonna duck.
Here we go.
We're gonna. Oh, dude, this is gonna take my head. Ouch! Off. Ah! Okay, here we go.
Ready?
Oh, we're sealed in.
Yep. And then this is the canopy release over here.
This is like, no wonder Vicky Vale fell in love with it. This is close quarters, buddy.
Yeah.
We're
You
getting
don't have
to
a
know
choice.
one another in here.
It's toasty.
This is very warm. I can feel my own breath. You got your legs up like a grasshopper because there's actually a battery down there. So two people really don't fit in this car. Look at this though. So the Keaton cowl famously,
Ears.
they had to like make shorter ears for the first movie. The second movie though, you're saying they just took the seat to where Keaton could sit on the floor.
They took the seat out, right? These seats aren't even mounted to the floor.
That is so freaking cool though. This is so freaking awesome, dude. Batman sat in here. Batman. Dave Lee sat in here. Carl Newman sat in here, which are the stunt doubles. You got freaking Michael Keaton in here. Probably Danny DeVito. I'm guessing everybody on set was like, I'm sitting in that thing. Tim Burton probably sat in here.
Yep.
We're sitting in, we're breathing in Burton air.
Who knew?
I like to do this thing though is like right down. Bro, this thing is making love to me. It is very tight quarters in here. Oh my gosh, you just pulled on this.
Yeah, it was the
It's
headlights. I was trying to
knob.
see if but they don't seem to be. I
You
don't
got
think
little
it's plugged in.
flicky switches down there. I mean, this is like all
most of
Batman's
them
little
are
gauges and
practical.
switches.
Yeah.
Really? For
Well,
what?
like that stuff, like the.
Oh, for the headlights,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, this is the lift.
Oh, but why
the
doesn't it say
automatic lift.
bat headlights, you know, Adam West style? That's what we got to get going.
Canopy release, so we do that.
Okay, so we pull that, and then you have to lift it, and then you have to watch your head when that's coming out, because it's got
There's
this
a
like,
lip, yeah.
it's got this lip on it, so it caught me in the back of the dome a minute ago.
Sorry.
This is so freaking cool.
Whew, it was warm in there.
Now I do want to drive it, but I can see.
Like,
look at
it's
that.
like a go-kart.
You cannot see out of this thing. You can't see past the hood. We're basically sitting on the ground. Like I thought my Mustang was low. This thing is not. We're just basically on the ground and then on a little bit of cushion.
Yep.
That's all there is. So yeah, just turning the wheel.
Here.
Oh man.
Look down here. Look down there with your camera.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of you're
No.
outside.
Yeah, you're basically exposed to the elements in here. Look at that. That's just a gap right there. That's what we call a gap in the business. I noticed a couple of things. There's a bunch of switches and stuff back here that I never noticed, including a CD player.
I feel like that must have been.
You got a little CD player back there.
Cassette.
Is it a cassette tape player? I can't see. Let me see. Oh yeah. Look at that thing. So Batman could like bump some tunes.
That's right.
Let's see, 1990 probably they're filming this. So what's on the radio in 1990? prints, I guess. I don't know. There's a little hole right there. Michael Keaton was smoking a cigarette. Got a little burn right on the dashboard. This is incredible, man.
It is.
This is so cool. Yeah, turning this, I'm guessing no power steering in this
No
bad
power
boy.
steering.
Yeah, that is no fun. I can't do that. And hopefully it has disc brakes at least. You want disc brakes. You don't want drum brakes in Gotham City, man. Not a good
If this
idea.
were just an old Caprice or Impala, it probably does have drum brakes.
So it's a Caprice engine on an Impala frame.
I'd have to
we
check.
think.
I think it's an Impala frame.
But I heard there was
I know
two.
that it's a custom built.
Yeah, there's 2 Chevy frames that were like welded together and customized.
I've
At
heard
least
the
for
same
the very original car. I don't know if they
Same thing. I'd have to
custom
look underneath.
fabricated the Returns car. But this is amazing. See, now I love '89 Batman. It's the better of the 2 movies if you're going to compare, apples to apples. But really, to me, they're 2 totally separate movies.
Agreed.
They're kind of 2 different universes, and that's how I
Agreed.
appreciate Returns as its own thing. But '89's my jam.
It never made sense to me until somebody the other day told me that the first one was shot in England,
Yeah,
of course, and
yeah.
then the second one was shot at Warner Brothers. in
Warner
Burbank.
Brothers. I think
So
it was me
didn't-
that said that.
Oh, then you're the one. And
Yeah.
I never knew that, and it explains so much the different production value.
Yeah,
the
and how
different
tight
feel.
the set was and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Then he had to use
Gotham
every
felt
sound stage for penguins and everything. Dude, this is so freaking sick. And I want to go to Warner's one day and just show where all that stuff was. But the problem is Warner is very hard to film at. Very hard to get permission to film at. They'll let you go there and wander around. They'll let
That's
you
it.
look
I was just-
around.
yeah.
But
I
unlike
could show you all sorts of
Universal,
stuff, but you can't.
Universal's a little more like, well, if you happen to have your phone on you, what can we do? Warner's a little more like, why did you do that? You know what I mean? A little more.
didn't know that.
Yeah. So I've tried a couple times to get permission, but we'll see. One of these days, someday, Jennifer will reach the right guy. It took Adam, speaking of Adam the Woo, it took forever till he could get on the Warner lot with a camera so that he could film that spot in Pee-wee, with Madam What's-Her-Face's, the
We
Palm
were there.
Parlor.
That was our last adventure
Dude, and then the
together.
pet shop and all the stuff. It's like he loved Warner Brothers. He loved the Warner Ranch. Oh, he loved the Warner Ranch. So awesome. Wait a minute.
I was really careful.
They don't like how close we are to the Ferraris. You're going to push us forward?
Pull me into neutral. Any gear other than grab this. There you go. There you go. Perfect.
Oh my gosh, Jay just
So we're
put it
gonna-
into neutral. So we're actually going to take a ride right now. We're riding! Oh! Okay, I can steer. Should I steer away?
There you go.
Steering away. I'm steering.
Driving the Batmobile.
I'm very scared.
Crank it back.
Crank it back. Crank it back. Is that back enough?
Yeah, that's perfect. Straight.
Okay, straight. A little to the, like that? Okay. I just turned the Batmobile wheels. I sort of drove the
and now we're on the lights, so you
Batmobile.
can see all this stuff.
Oh yeah, you can see all the buttons. Dude, so awesome. It's so cool. And this is like one of the few movie cars. Actually, I'll include this. This is one of the few movie cars or TV cars that you get in and the inside is not totally disappointing. You know what I mean? You got the DeLorean and this and KITT.
Yeah.
I guess kind of the Ecto, because what do you expect to be in there?
Yeah,
But,
it
you know.
depends. If it's got all the proton packs, then you're cool. If
There's
it's
a
just
lot of
empty in the back,
right.
it's kinda boring.
There's a lot of cool movie cars though. You get inside and it's just like purple interior or something like. Well, we never needed to use the interior. You're
Yes.
like, oh, that's ugly, But
Or
this,
it's not even finished. It's like a race seat with a harness and stuff.
dude, I wish I would have touched every. Okay, this is awesome. Jay is taking photos of me. Look at that. See how you can see nothing? I mean, you cannot see anything but hood in here. And the funny part is Jay can hear everything I'm saying because there's a lot of gaps in this car. This thing is not weatherproof. It is not ready for tornadoes and hurricanes. I think he's going to leave me in here. All right, just push up. And then you got to watch the lip. I love how simple that is. It just runs on the rail.
So
I love the headrests,
it's
man.
crazy how low tech it all is, right?
This is not stock Chevy anything, right? They built these. These are custom seats, I
I
would
don't know.
guess.
They do match the first ones with the cutout and the.
Yeah.
These look like Recaro seats from the time, but I've never actually.
I like the taillights must be from something. The headlights must be from something. So probably Chevy stuff, right? Because they were using a lot of Chevy cars.
I mean, I would say no to that, but you're right. It's possible.
'Cause
this
the-
looks like a custom.
The Joker van is a big GMC truck.
Yeah.
And it's some kind of GM or Chevy cars, UK cars that his goons are running around in part one. So clearly they had a deal with Chevy somehow. Okay, so is there an order of operations to get out?
Same thing. Just get yourself so
Just
that you
do
can
it in
stand on the
reverse?
seat, and exactly. It's just be careful. Don't hurt
This is
yourself.
like
Try not to hurt the car.
This is the most unflattering. Try not to hurt the car. I'm not hurting this car. Okay, so I'm going to do the Batman jump?
Yep. Oh, look at you.
Okay, I feel safer now. Dude, I just sat in Bruce Wayne's
car in the freaking screen used Keaton Batmobile from Batman Returns. Jay just told me what this car was appraised for. I'm not gonna repeat it, but it was a lot of money. Bruce Wayne money. I'm just so stoked to get up close to this thing that I'm getting down and dirty, getting down on the floor and just staring at stuff like the headlights down here. And I mean, I'm literally down on the floor. The butt of the camera is touching the ground. That's what I used to do with my toys. Get down like on the ground, look at them at eye level. I know it's a Returns car, but all I'm thinking of is scenes from 1989, right? Michael Keaton standing in front of it. Stop. It's so cool because on the real car, there's so much detail. Like I never knew that this nose cone is actually kind of curled, right? Like all the toys, it's just straight. And I've seen so many replica cars where that's just straight. I never knew that it had this little curve to it right here, like a little bit of a Squidward nose thing going. And then you could just see the actual moving parts, the actual grill in here. This is insane. Makes me really wonder though, there's no like hood opening that I can see. I wonder how they get to the engine. Maybe they have to pop the whole top of the car off. Dude, but look at this. This is so insane. Having spent basically my whole life since I was 6 or 7 years old looking at this car, looking at pictures of this car, toys of this car, watching the movies. It's just so freaking cool to see it up close. So there we go. Look at that. We got the bat symbol up right now on the tire. We don't know that these are original screen-used tires. Probably not, but that is incredible. I just love all this little detail here. By the way, when you latch the hood, there is like a hood release, or not a hood release. What's it called? The canopy right there. There's a canopy release hidden down on the opposite side of the car. So you could open it from the outside if you snap it closed like that for putting it on display. And look at this. I'm sure there's a movie car expert out there that knows exactly where each piece that's on this thing came from, like what jet parts they came from or car parts or whatever. I don't have that kind of information for you, but this is just the sexiest, coolest looking thing I have ever had the privilege of getting up close to. I never noticed the little grippy steps in the movie itself. I'm sure they're there, but I never noticed. And I love these little windows or these little divots that are on the car there. Look at this right here. That looks like a fuel cap right there. And then you have another one of these little caps on this side. Ooh, that looks like an actual fuel tank too. So I don't know which one they're actually putting fuel in, but that looks like a regular gas tank. Dude, that feels so awesome. Dude. I just keep walking around it and around it. Not only do I have the Toy Biz one and the Kenner one in my office, and I have a few other variants besides. Got one of the big McFarlane ones, but I also have the Batman Returns Power Wheel. It was actually not a Power Wheel. I think they were called Power Drivers by Buddy L. So a competitor to Power Wheels. There was a 1989 version I've looked for forever. I've never seen one in person, but when I was in San Antonio, Texas with Oscar, here's the big reveal if you were watching my Vision Quest back home to California from Florida. When I was in San Antonio, Texas with Oscar, we walked into a vintage toy shop right by his house. I can't remember the name of it, but it had a Star Wars theme. I think Rogue, no, not Rogue Toy. I can't remember what it was. Anyway, they had the Batman Returns Power Wheel. I'm just going to say that for convenience sake. And the guy did a really good deal on it, and now I've got that in my garage. So it's a little bit of an obsession with me. What can I say, you know? It's the car. Chicks dig the car. Yes, I know that's a quote from Batman Forever, but it doesn't matter. So anyway, having heard what this car appraised for, this is well out of my price range, right? I can't even buy a house in Southern California, and this costs significantly more than the house I'm living in. I'll probably never be able to own a 1989 Batmobile, especially a screen-used Batmobile. But if I'm very lucky and very good and say my prayers at night, maybe, just maybe someday, I'll be able to own one of these. Dude, those guys are over there all distracted by KITT, and all I want to do is just hug the Batmobile non-stop. What's really crazy is depending on where you stand, this thing assumes a whole different shape. Like if you back way up across the museum, it suddenly gets so much longer. Ooh! Oh, look at that. Just jacked it up for us. Look at that. So that is the only way they can get down underneath the car too and do any work on it. Because the Marconis were just telling me that the fiberglass shrinks over time, so it's pretty hard. So there's no hood. That's how you have to get to the engine, from underneath. It's the only way. That is so cool. Well, I would be remiss if I didn't look around at all the other cars in here. All started with the Marconis and their racing team and maintaining their own cars. And then they would do so much work for children's charities that they decided to use this place as a museum, primarily as a fundraiser for children's charity. So that's what they do. They were just telling me that all the money they make from this, from the museum side of things, from events that are happening down here, it all goes to underprivileged kids and to charity and stuff like that. So not only is the Marconi sitting here with all these amazing vehicles in it, I mean, look at this freaking Ferrari right here. Don't want to scratch that. But it's also all here for a good cause. Now look at this. Look at this big Mach 1 up here. That is a gorgeous Mustang. My dad had a 1970 Boss 302. It was a white one. This is the Mach 1, and I believe he said it was a 1969 with the big 428 in there. But there's also a Boss car right over here. Look at that. What is it? Grabber orange? I mean, these are gorgeous, gorgeous cars. Yeah, there it is, Boss 302. My dad's car looked just like that, except it was black and white, which is literally where my black and white obsession came from. That's why the colors of the hat. That's why I love black and white t-shirts, although I cannot find any more black and white striped t-shirts. Everyone's always like, why don't you wear those shirts anymore? Can't find them in a large, tall size. I wear tall t-shirts, that's right. I'm a lanky fella. Sneaking in here, trying very carefully not to scratch anything. Just to get a look, my dad, his blew up. And the hood was off and hanging in my grandpa's garage for a long time. That sick black and white Boss 302. And he ended up selling it sometime around 1990, 1991 for like 20 grand. Oh no. That was top dollar back then. Top dollar. But these days, my brother and I looked into it, right? Because it was always our goal. Like, we'll get our dad another Boss 302 one day. You can find a roached out one with no motor and all that kind of stuff. And rust and pay 70 grand. So these things are exceedingly rare now. Especially in the white color. If it was factory white, especially. Super, super rare. But yeah, my dad had this car when he met my mom. No wonder she went a-courting. She's never said so, but I'm guessing it was the car. Because I know my dad. No, I'm kidding. My dad's a handsome fella. Look at that up there. 66 Mustang GT. Look at this old 1937 fire engine out here. I wonder what the dome is for. Anybody know what the dome on top? Aaron's Fox fire engine. You got all kinds of motorcycles. You got everything in here. I don't know much about race cars. I know that's a DeLorean over there, and I know that's a Volkswagen Beetle. But I'd be hard-pressed to name you every single one of these cars just by sight. But the Mustangs, I happen to know just a little bit about. Look at this, though. 1930 Simplex Sprint car. Never heard of that in my life. Learn something new every day. Got a beautiful old Willys Jeep right there. The original Jeep. And the new car guys will know what all these different Ferraris and all that stuff is. I have no idea. Never thought I'd own one, so never got interested. Look at that. Mercedes, though. Gull wing doors on that. 1954. Eat your heart out, John DeLorean. I love this, though. Just the bug, just hanging out. You used to find one of these in every single driveway in Southern California. You could get them for like $500. I always wanted to own one. Then Cash for Clunkers came along, and you never see these things anymore. Not nearly as much as you used to. So, in that spirit, slug bug. Oh, look at that. Just realized, by the way, when I went, slug bug, and talking like that, Adam used to make fun of me all the time and mimic me. The other person he mimicked all the time, 100% of the time, was his dad. You ever watch one of those JWW on the Move videos and you think, man, he sounds so much like Adam? There's a reason. Adam and Faith's favorite thing, to imitate the way their dad talks. He does have a very lyrical way of speaking, you know. Some people just have sort of a melodic voice. The way they go up and they go down. You know what I mean? Got a FW10 there from 1985. I only know that because the sign. And then look at this. 1996. Oh, and then as they're filming stuff about KITT over there, I didn't even notice this. They got the General Lee sitting over here. Look at that. So this says it was fully licensed, but doesn't say anything about being screen used. So I believe this is a General Lee replica Charger that we're looking at. Not a replica Charger, but a replica General Lee on an old Charger. 1966, I think. Am I correct about that? 69 was on the song. 69. It was on the sign right in front of me. I ain't never seen one of these in Gettysburg. And then look at this freaking Lamborghini sitting right here I do feel like we're in Bruce Wayne's garage. All right, they're still dealing with KITT over there, looking and probing and talking about their secret projects. I'm gonna tiptoe around them because behind all this Knight Rider talk, look at this. Got any cheese? The Izetta, the Urkel car. BC Delorean painted theirs to match the Urkel car, which was of course red and white, and brought it down for Adam's memorial. So that was cool. I never got to sit in the one that the BC Delorean guys brought down. Can we sit in this one?
Well, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't want to sit on that sign right there.
Looks very nice.
Oh, it looks so nice. I'm not sitting on that, dude. What if my zipper pops a hole in that seat? I don't think I can replace it. This is so cool. And did I do that?
I don't think Urkel drove this one, but
No, not this one. His was red.
Yeah.
Urkel knows how to ride in style.
it was so adorable. The photo at BC Delorean, or the video when Adam the Woo was sandwiched.
Yeah,
in
sitting
this
in there with
tiny-
Rayan.
Yes,
That's so
Oh,
funny.
it just warmed my heart.
Dude, then look behind you, the Boss 302. That's what I want. I think I want one of those more than a Batmobile, except for I'd like one with power steering.
Well, you can drive this.
Yes,
That's
right,
why of these
exactly.
two, I'd rather have the Knight Rider because at least you could drive.
Right,
that.
you could drive that. You could get in. You could get through a drive-through at Taco Bell with the Knight Rider car. You could not do that.
If I was like a wealthy Bruce Wayne type, I would probably have a house and that would be inside it.
Right.
You
To
know,
look
and
at.
We would just look at it. Yes.
We
You'd
would just
never
look
fire
at it
or
and we would
drive
just
it.
enjoy it.
Basically, I'm not
You
even
know.
a Batman guy, but I love it so much.
You just bring girls home to look at it. Hey, ma'am, look at my bat. Well, it would never be girls. It would be dudes of a certain age, of our age.
It would be, yeah.
It would be dudes our age.
See-
Like, oh, come over and look at your.
I was trying to
Batmobile."
wrap my head around like, ooh, am I ready to date again? I'm still so raw because of Nicole, but now you're right. The truth of it is, it would only be all my guy friends who wanted to check it
Jay's
out.
late wife, rest her soul, started the Good Vibes Breakfast Club with you, which is a whole crazy car club that goes up Angeles Crest Highway.
Yep.
And what's that place called up there that you guys go to? The coffee shop?
Newcomb's Ranch. Yeah, it's
Newcomb's
been
Ranch.
closed for a long time.
And you guys are still doing that, right? Like,
Yeah,
Is it
I-
every Sunday or is it one
It's-
Sunday a month?
It's every Friday.
Every Friday.
Every Friday
Okay,
morning,
so
yeah.
don't ask me for
We used to
information.
blow off Friday mornings when Nicole got sick, and we would drive the little yellow car up there. And
Yeah.
that's how it started. But now everybody, like, people know about it all over.
But
the
you
world.
guys founded that while she had MS and she was struggling with MS and all that stuff. So right to the end, she was still doing good stuff.
That was yes. That
Creating
was the one thing
community?
She still did, and she went to Good Vibes the last Friday of her life.
And
She
what?
said that was the one thing she'll do.
Where can we find that that mini documentary I watched about her and you and?
It's on our. Well, that's a very good question. It's on my Instagram. It's on my links for
Okay,
Instagram.
you send me
but-
the link and I'm gonna put it in
There
this
you go.
description because
Okay.
it's a really cool story. You got to get to know Jay Ryan's story right here and Blockbuster Year and Late Night Playset
Yeah.
podcasts.
Thank you.
dude. This is freaking awesome, Jay.
Yeah, there's. A lot
This
of
is
things.
awesome, but this was on my bucket list. I'm sorry, Hoff, but the KITT car wasn't my bucket list. It was definitely the Batmobile. Okay, they're filming. Let's keep quiet on the set. Quiet on the set, Jay. You should know better.
There's dueling YouTube videos today. This is tough.
Okay, look at this. We just figured this out.
You asked this on your video.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Ferrari taillight right
This
there.
is a F40, priceless
F40.
F40 here. Millions and millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars. And that's what Bruce Wayne's got on the back of his Batmobile. But the front headlights are, what did you say they are?
They're like a late 80s Honda Accord. Somebody, one of the production guys or art design saw it. It was on his wife's car, and I think he flipped it.
Oh
Or something like that. And that's, yeah, the Batmobile.
So
Honda Accord or something.
Bruce Wayne was just like sparing no expense, no expense. He got to the headlights. He's like, forget it. I'll rip these out of an Accord or
I
whatever.
would have said this was from a tractor or something, like a
No.
combat, something agricultural. I didn't
Well,
know.
these might be from a tractor, but that's Ferrari. That is awesome. That is so cool. We just looked it up and confirmed. Honda Civic headlights. What's your name for all the folks at home?
Dennis Riesinger.
Dennis Riesinger with the research. Honda Civic.
He's Knight Industries 83.
Yes.
Knight Industries 83 on Instagram.
So I'm guessing now that means these are actually square and only the shape in the front is teardrop shaped, right? So that means these are
Maybe. Look at Jay. Now he's getting all into the research. Get up
now
underneath
I'm
that
love
thing.
learning new
Jack
stuff.
it up and get underneath that thing. Anyway, that's all she wrote. They're done with the Knight Rider archaeology for the day. Shout out to all these guys. It was super cool. The Marconis for letting me wander around in here. This is epic, dude. Bucket list item achieved. Thanks to sweet Jay Ryan. All right. We're out. We did it. And now I've got to make my way to Janelle for Magic Journey's birthday party. What a transition, dude, from sitting in a pizza place, not eating pizza, which is where I'm about to be. And then an hour earlier, I was with the Batmobile. Nice to meet you, fellas.
Nice to meet you.
I love
Jay,
you, Justin.
come in for the real thing.
I'll give you. Can I have a hug?
Oh, we're all gonna hug.
right.
That's it. We're all hugging now. Not gonna lie, that was freaking awesome. Freaking awesome. Just glad I was wearing my Batmobile Roosevelt's right there. An appropriate shirt, as Adam would have said. And now we go from all those Ferraris and Batmobiles and KITT, literally $1 million automobiles, to the coolest car of them all, the random van. Thanks for riding along with me. I was just thinking I never would have met Jay if it hadn't been for Adam, so in a way, buddy, you're still bringing people together. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Special friend. I'm glad we got to drop off those buttons, so go get a free button. And in the true circle of goodness spirit, as Adam would have said, that's gonna do it for today. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. And put that into gear. Like Tom Wilson said on Sunday, the vlog is never over. So I won't leave you with Adam's famous line. However, I will say, for today, we've done our duty. Time to go home and sleep well. See you soon. Fresh, babe? Indeed. Happy birthday, Janelle. Mitch P. Liz. Who is that beautiful girl? Give me her phone number.